it's so important to not let any outside circumstance govern your internal emotions, your internal feeling. Don't let this pandemic ruin your day. Don't let it control you. Just focus on yourself. Focus on what you need to do to be happy. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. So, always listen to yourself. Don't listen to what's going on outside of you. Make sure to keep the bad news out and just focus on yourself. So, anyways, in this video, I have some reasons why being alone is a beautiful thing and why you should start spending more time with yourself. I want you to just sit back, relax, take some deep breaths, release all the tension in your body, and just focus on what I have to say. So, being alone will transform your life forever, and I have a few reasons why. So, the first reason why being alone will transform your life is because you are not being influenced by other people. So sometimes when you're with a group of friends, it's easy to be influenced by the things they say. Like if they say, let's go do this, you're likely to go follow them. Or if they say, I like to do this, even if it's a bad thing, you're likely going to conform and say, yeah, I like that as well, just to please them. And in this way, you're being influenced by them. The things they like, you might start to like the same things just to please them. And you are being influenced by them. The things they say are going to stay in your head. The things they say might not fully resonate with you, and they might actually hurt your feelings, or it might affect you in a certain way. They don't know that, but the things they say might actually be very powerful to you. And this is going to stay in your head, and you're going to keep thinking about it, and it's going to ruin your day. Now, this probably happens a lot. You guys know when you're with friends, usually it's a good time probably, but sometimes there's things that your friends can say that they don't realize are hurtful, but actually are very hurtful to you. And it's not just hurtful things, it's anything in general. Their opinions, the things they say, are going to be running through your mind for a while, even weeks. So, this is how you get influenced by other people. So that's the first reason why being alone can really help you. You're not being influenced by other people. Number 2, you don't have to please anybody. This is probably the biggest one. This is probably the biggest reason why I like to be alone so much. And I'm alone all the time. I'm always by myself. I don't hang out with a lot of people. I go out in nature and go for walks a lot. I'm always alone. I drive my car alone, and I love it. I love being alone because of this main reason. I don't have to please anybody. I notice that 99% of the time when I'm around people, I have to put up a front to try and please people. And this just happens automatically. My ego jumps in and tries to support itself, and it wants to look good in front of other people. It's a natural survival thing, and for some people it's stronger than others, and for me, I notice that I have trouble. I really try to please people, like subconsciously, and it really puts a toll on my mental health and on my physical health even. Just trying to please everybody, trying to be a people pleaser. A lot of you may be like this, and the solution is to spend more time alone. When you spend more time alone, you really find out who you are. You realize that when I was with people, yeah, I was trying to please them, and it wasn't good for me. You're going to start to see that when you spend time alone, and this will help you try to please people less when you are with people. So this is a huge reason why I always like to be alone, is that I don't have to worry about pleasing anybody. And this puts a huge relief off my shoulders, puts a huge stress off my shoulders. It's so wonderful. This is what I love about being alone. So that's number 2. The third reason is that when you are alone, you discover your true essence. You discover who you really are. Ego aside, you discover who you really are. The ego is crazy. It is such an illusion. The ego isn't real. It's a terrible illusion. And when you're alone, your ego doesn't exist. You don't have an ego when you're alone. You might have a slight ego when you talk to yourself in your head, but other than that, you really discover who you are, because your thoughts, your actions are going to be pure. They're going to resonate with you fully. You don't have to please anybody. You're not influenced by anybody. So all that aside, all that's left is just you and your thoughts. And this is how you truly find yourself. This is how you discover your true essence. And it's a beautiful thing, because this is what people are searching for. A lot of people in this world, they don't know who they are. They don't know who they really are beneath the ego. And it's crazy how being alone can really change your view of yourself. It can allow you to discover things about yourself that you would never know if your ego was in the way and if you were talking to other people all the time. Now, being alone, I want to say this, being alone, it's usually looked down upon in this world. It's usually looked at as a bad thing, like you're alone, you're a loner, right? If you spend time alone, you're weird. But I've noticed that more and more as time goes on, it's becoming more of a normal thing, which is amazing, because it is not weird to be alone. It is actually an amazing thing. So this world has taught us a lot of things the wrong way, and I want you to know that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to go for a walk by yourself. It's okay to even go on a date with yourself. I watched a video from what's her name? I know her community is the B community, Leora Alexandra. I watched her video on like going on dates with yourself, and it was really good, because this is how you find real happiness, because real happiness comes from within. You're not going to get true happiness from other people. You can share happiness with other people if you have a healthy relationship, but real happiness is going to come from within you. It's a feeling within you. It's just a vibration. And when you learn to be alone and really enjoy time with yourself, it's going to be really amazing for you. And you can even go to a restaurant by yourself, go to anywhere by yourself, go do fun activities that you would normally do with other people by yourself. The next reason why being alone is good for you is that when you're alone, you go on the journey within. When you're alone, you are spending more time in your own head with your own thoughts, which is really amazing, because this connects to the last point. You're discovering who you are. You're going on the journey within. You're not influenced by outside sources, and you can really start to see your thoughts when you don't have to put up a front. You don't have to act fake in front of anybody. You don't have to please anybody. Your thoughts are natural. They're pure, and you're going to start to connect with your thoughts more. You're going to start to connect with yourself more. And this is basically what meditation is. It's just flowing in your own head and experiencing the present moment. Because all that exists is the present moment. Life is just a continuation of present moments. The future is an illusion. The past is an illusion that you can create in your head with images. But all it is present moment, present moment, present moment. Just non-stop present moment. and it's up to you to decide what you do in the present moment. And that can change the future, but it can't change the past. So it's really important to not worry about the past, because you really cannot change that. Just live in the present moment, flow in the present moment, and everything is going to align for you. So another reason why being alone is a wonderful thing is that you will learn how to love yourself. When you're alone, or when you're with other people, you tend to be, again, disconnected with yourself, and you may not really love yourself because you're being fake, you're trying to please people. You might act a certain way just to fit in with a group. You might act a certain way just to gain the approval of somebody else. And when you do this, you don't really love yourself, because deep down you know that this isn't me. You're actually disconnected with your soul. You're disconnected with yourself because your ego is in the way. So when you're alone, that's not going to exist. It's just going to be you. And this is how you love yourself, because it is the true, authentic version of yourself. And that version of yourself is easy to love. It's easy to appreciate that version because it's real. It's authentic and real. And when you're alone also, another thing is that if you have any problems, they're going to come up to the surface. You're going to start to think about them, and you're going to start to develop ways to solve them. You're going to have a passion and a motivation to fix yourself because you're not distracted. Again, you're not distracted by other people. And because of this, you're going to have all the time in the world to think about what you can do to fix your life. And this is how you learn to love yourself. Your faults are going to come up and your successes are going to come up. And it's important to love both of those. It's important to appreciate your faults just as much as your successes, because that is how you truly love yourself. You appreciate both sides, the dark and the light. So when you're alone, you will learn how to love yourself. And the final reason why being alone is amazing for you is that you will become more independent. This is a good reason. I've always been a really independent person. So being alone just even further enhanced this. And when I really started being alone was back in September of 2020. That was a huge month for me in my life. A lot of things changed. And I started my YouTube channel in December, but September of 2020 was when everything changed for me. And that's when I really started doing things by myself. I started shopping by myself, driving more by myself, doing daily things by myself, because I realized I'm not like a lot of people. I'm different, and I can't be around these people because I don't resonate with them. And that's perfectly okay if you guys are different. You guys feel like you don't connect with a lot of people. Spend time alone, I'm telling you. It's much better than being fake in front of people just to please them. Just spend time by yourself. But yeah, you will become more independent because you don't have other people to lean on. You have to lean on yourself. And as you spend more time alone, this is just going to build up stronger inside of you. You're going to become more and more independent. More things are going to come up and you're going to deal with them, and that'll make you stronger. So you will learn how to do things on your own. You don't have a person to lean on for help or guidance, and all you have is yourself, which is only going to make you stronger. So there it is, guys. Those are all my reasons why being alone is really good for you. And I know there's plenty more. I could probably talk about this for a long time, but in this video I wanted to fit it all in. Appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate all the new subscribers as well. Thank you all. And don't forget, if you're new, to subscribe and drop a like, drop a comment, drop anything you want in the comments. I read all my comments and I appreciate all of you guys.